Gay Lawyer Sunday, Gay Lawyer Sunday, Gay Lawyer Sunday, Gay Lawyer Sunday, Gay Lawyer Sunday! We are back, baby! We are so back! Let's freaking go! I'm a little excited today, can you tell? What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here, and welcome! Welcome back to the return of Gay Lawyer Sunday. It is time to play Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. It is another beautiful day here in Studio SGG in the heart of Studiopolis Zone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, who do we got? Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Boots. Hello, Zach. Hello, Spiral. Hello, Legit. And hello, Gabe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Glad you guys could be here with us today. Who's pumped? Who's pumped? I am so pumped. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. I had trouble sleeping last night. I was so pumped. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Stumpy? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. So glad you're here as well. Oh, man. This plus the freaking watch party we had yesterday. By the way, thank you to those of you who stuck around for the watch party. Hope you guys had fun. It was a blast. It was a blast. We're definitely going to do more of those. So thank you to everybody who came by. Next one is probably going to be silly murder mysteries. So as if there weren't enough silly murder mysteries already. There's probably going to be more of those in the future. So be sure and stick around for that. I just beat Iconoclast. Nice! Congrats! I haven't played Iconoclast, but I heard good things about it. So congratulations on beating the game, Stumpy. Well done. You were chanting Gay Lawyer Sunday like I'm out here trying to summon Beetlejuice. You know what? You know what? That's not too far off. Okay, so in recognition of Ace Attorney collections, we are going to I wanted to get like a full-on lawyer suit going, because we're gonna be in court. But I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? In this game, we're more or less solving mysteries. We're running around solving mysteries. Not all. We're gonna be in the courtroom, I think. But a lot of this is gonna be spent investigating the crime scenes, like the little detectives that we are. So, with that being said, bam! Detective mode SGG on. I don't know, just a little goofy thing I threw together. Just a little goofy thing I had thrown together, you know, to celebrate. Don't mind that you can still see the outfit throughout.
Oh,
it's okay.
My.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I just wanted to do something a little fun and goofy for investigation, so I came up with a little detective outfit for myself. Hope you guys like it. It's a classic, classic Sherlock Holmes. It's classic Sherlock Holmes get up, except for the cravat, which I actually did myself. That's why it kind of clashes a little bit with the rest of the outfit, but it's okay. So yeah, surprise! New outfit reveal, kind of, sort of. Y'all can tell that I'm excited about this. So, we're not gonna waste too much time. Though I do want to briefly mention, I mentioned this on my Twitter earlier. But today is also Carne Inda's birthday, September 9th. So happy birthday to our favorite tsundere girl. Happy birthday to her, and looking forward to more of her exploits next year, possibly. Tomorrow is, my bad. Well, whatever. We're celebrating it early. It's fine. No worries. I totally know when the birthdays of the characters that I voice is. I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, I'm very, very excited. So let's not waste a whole lot of time. Just one real quick thing that I want to say before we get underway here. Hold up. In Japan, it is the 9th. Okay, so that's why. It's already the 9th in Japan, so that's why. Could you say something as Carne to celebrate her birthday? Okay, real quick. Let me see here.
It's not like I'm glad it's my birthday or anything. Jeez.
There you go. So, real quick, like I'm getting sidetracked here, but real quick, as I was saying, as is the case with the other games in the Ace Attorney franchise, I have not played this one at all. I don't know anything about this game, about the plot or anything. I know the characters by name, some of the characters by name only. So I am going into this quite blind. To that end, if you have played Ace Attorney Investigations before, or if you played the fan translation of Investigations 2, please be cool and do not post spoilers in the chat. I am giving Stumpy the authority to kick anybody who posts a spoiler. I want to go into this as blind as possible and experience everything for myself. So please be cool. Don't post spoilers. If you want to talk about it in the Discord server afterwards, you can. Just please tag it as a spoiler for my sake and for the sake of anybody else who has not experienced this game yet. So, with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. It is time for the return of Gay Lawyer Sunday. It is time to return to the world of Ace Attorney. I am so excited! Game supports autosave, that's fine. Downloadable content? Neato. Yay! There we go! Dude! You don't even know. You don't even know how excited I am for this. Let's freaking go! Oh, man. Okay, so the plan is we're gonna try and make it through the first case tonight. Yeah, the art looks amazing. The art looks so good. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet, dude. Just wait till you see the updated sprites. Which, by the way, we are going to be playing with the newly designed updated sprites. We are not going to do the retro sprites. I don't care. I don't care for how they look. Here, in fact, I think I can, Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hang on, what is going on here? I think I'm controlling this with the mouse and keyboard. Let's see if we can change that. I'd prefer to play with a controller, but I guess I can do mouse and keyboard. It's not like I have a... It's a visual novel, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Okay, so yeah, this is we're going with the updated graphics here. We could do the pixel art, but I don't really like how the pixel art looks. We're going with the updated because the artists put a lot of work into these, and we are going to appreciate them. Also, I love TV Edge Murphy looks so good already! I'm fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just keyboard and mouse it. Alright! Here we go! Of course, we are starting with the very first game. Ace Attorney Investigations. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm legitimately like trying to calm down here. I have been looking forward to this all week, and I am so beyond pumped to begin. Let's do it. Let's start that new game. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. Let's go! Episode... Oh, and we got an achievement just from opening the game. That's a good sign. Oh, here we go. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, What other choice do I have? Oh! Hang on. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Oh, these do not look like Edgeworth. Either one of these do not look like Edgeworth. Sorry. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Oh, who is this gold medalist? This gold medal murderer? Uh-oh. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Yeah! Fantastic! Fantastic. Uh-oh, we got it. Oh no, we got an auto-tune already? Already, huh? Alright, hang on.
Objection!
Are we objecting to the auto-tune? Is that what we're doing? Alright, we'll do the auto-tune just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Because I wanna do all the voices, but not like it's fine. We'll do the auto tune for a bit. Are we good? Is it auto tuned? All right, cool. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutors Building, 12th floor hallway. This guy is not the greatest attorney. That belongs to. I assume you're gonna say that belongs to Miles. Miles or Phoenix, one or the other, or both. There is no auto-tune? It's not working? Uh-oh. Hold up. Okay. Are we good now? Are we good? It should be working now. I just didn't have it initiated. There we go. All right. So for about like 10 minutes, we'll say, just to start things off. Let's try this again. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutors Building, 12th floor hallway. There he is! There's the boy! There he is! I swear I'm not gonna do this every time he's on screen. I swear, I promise. Let's get the Edgeworth voice back in gear here. Not that it's gonna matter right now, I'm auto-tuned, but it's fine. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Like, what do we pay him for? Is he janitorial as well as a detective? The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood. Oh no! Okay, no, I'm sorry. I love that sprite. Can I just get a gif of that, of Edgeworth just his face going all shocked and going like, ah! I actually really love that sprite. What the? What is the meaning of this? Uh-oh. Yeah. A body has been discovered! Get Monokuma back in here. Actually, no. Keep Monokuma far, far away from my boy. Freeze. Whoa! Okay, Edgy, you just stumbled into something you shouldn't have, sir! I mean, I get, this is your office, I get that, but oh my god. Wow, he is cool as a cucumber. He is not even phased. Look at this man. Look at this absolute Chad.
Identify yourself. Shut up! You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. No! Not the dry cleaning! Is that a threat?
Maybe.
Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. I can't believe that worked. He just backed up. He's like, screw this, I'm out. Edgeworth rolled a natural 20 on his intimidation check back there. Beautiful. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district
Of Japanifornia.
Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days.
March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. It's like 3 in the morning. Guys, it's like 3 in the morning. What the hell are you doing at the office at 3 a.m.? Nobody should be here at 3 a.m., Miles! Unless you were maybe meeting somebody. Certain spiky-haired lawyer, maybe? Feels like a rendezvous? No? Okay, just my fan brain going over time? Alright, that's fine. Look at the crummy award that he hates is still there. It looks kind of cut off, though. I guess it's just the reflection. It's the reflection. That's why it's the reflection. We're gonna ignore his usage of the word thrusted for now. He is not pleased. I love it. All of these sprites look so good. I can't wait to see all the other ones.
I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir!
So where's our boy? Where's Gumshoe at? There is our boy! Literally as I was saying it, he comes screaming in. Yes, it's Gumshoe!
Mr. Edgeworth! Sir! Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. But when I heard that a murder had taken place in the office, I ran up here straight away! This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case. For the time being.
It's making it sound like he wishes he was reassigned.
You looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Look at what they did to your office! That's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit's sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
Edgeworth, I think mud is the least of your concerns. I think that the blood all over your bookshelf and on the floor, and I think you have bigger things to worry about than mud, sir!
Whoa! It sounds like you're really getting burned up over this whole thing! This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth! Okay, time to do some investigating! Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads.
Yes, I also love how redundant Gumshoe's name is. Detective. It's like Mario or something like that.
We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office?
Crime scene, my office. Is it really coincidence if the murder took place in my office?
Oh!
Okay, it just kind of blew up there. That's fine.
I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Tutor us, oh Miles. Yes, please. Please do. I'd go to law school if you were a professor there. I have zero interest in becoming a lawyer, but I would sure sit in on a lecture for Professor Miles Edgeworth. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad, y'all. The thirst is gonna be so real for this. Also, I think I think there's about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch off
Switch back to the normal voices so that we can enjoy the top tier voice acting that you've all come to expect from Studio SGG Productions. But thank you very much for the redeem.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office?
For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna... he did find a dead body in his car. I guess he didn't want to find a dead body in his office either, but too late for that.
What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
Ah, yes! Edgeworth's superpower! Common sense! Hey, what's up, Tyron? Thank you very much for the duck. Quack, quack, quack. And yes, happy birthday! Well, early birthday over here, but happy birthday to Karine!
By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
So how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we've gathered with
Q. It's just so weird seeing him talk about video game terms. Deduction time! Yes!
First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q, and then I connect them together with T. Okay, Q and T. Got it. Now,
to use a keyboard key and recall the facts. Here we go. Whoa! Well, you see, I get this skateboard and a half pipe. I want to see various video game detectives talk with each other about the goofy bullshit that they use to solve their the goofy game mechanics that they use to solve their crimes. I really want to see that. All right. Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? So let's do that and connect. Yeah! I want Miles to shred. Yeah. No, we do not need this frail Victorian man on a skateboard. We do not need that. Although that would be funny as hell. Let's see.
For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it is impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir!
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth! That's some beautiful logic there, sir!
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusions, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing the leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir!
Begin investigation! Alright, so how different is this from Ace Attorney? I guess we're about to find out.
The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir!
I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it.
Oh, if you ever feel lost and you want to talk, just use T, okay?
Yeah, just discuss it over a cup of tea. Let's go with that.
I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir!
Ace Investigator Gumshoe, when, Capcom? When are we getting that?
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
I love how he's so dismissive of him. Oh, okay, we're wasseting it. Okay, good to know. Oh god, look at how good my boy looks. Look at how good he looks, you guys. He's so good. He looks so good. Ah! Okay, oh boy. Alright, let's go ahead and... This seems like a thing to examine, the revolver.
What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know! I was issued the exact same model! I think.
Detective?
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir.
He really is just Columbo. Columbo doesn't use his gun for the exact same reason. He doesn't like it.
I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
So, it's the same type of revolver as the one used by this precinct's detectives.
Interesting. Okay. We're just gonna... Gumshoe is Columbo, except Columbo pretends to be incompetent, and then, well, Gumshoe kind of is actually incompetent, but we still love him, so it's fine.
Ouch! They even knocked over your chess set! I had it all set up, ready for when you got back! I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
No, I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much.
So rude. Okay, let's see. I feel like there's gonna be more to investigate over here, so let's check this out first. Yeah, it is really harsh.
I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa.
That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end.
Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off.
And whose fault is that? You're the one who keeps cutting his pay, my dude. I was hoping to be able to investigate the, this. But I guess we gotta wait. Maybe we gotta talk to this guy first.
How's it coming along?
Oh, please. I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art.
I never.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good getting sassed, does it?
Do you have anything to report?
Sir! Yes, sir! Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir!
And yet, there is something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction! Something out of the ordinary, huh? We should look around a bit more.
Alright, anything else? Oh, hey! Look! Steel Samurai! Yes! And again, this man's priorities are top-notch.
Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well.
He's like those guys who he's like those grown ass people who try to defend watching a show made for kids. He's oh my god, no, you know what he is? He's I'm so excited I can't get my thoughts straight. You'll have to forgive me a second, guys, but I know the type of guy this is. This is the guy on the internet who is like digging way too deep into stuff like Gravity Falls, trying to piece all the plots together. It's like it's a kid's show. You don't need that much thought in it. Maybe Gravity Falls is a bad example because Gravity Falls actually has a hell of a lot going on, but y'all know what I mean.
Spin-offs like
He's just nerding out. I love it.
Spin-offs like Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and the Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, gives it presence.
You sure know a lot. You sure you're not some kind of rabid fanboy?
Of course not! Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much! And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation.
It's okay. We all know you're a diehard fanboy. It's okay. No, the tea! Someone spilled the tea, and not in a good way. Come on. These controls are kind of blah.
Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
The killer is going to pay. This tea set.
You're really mad over this.
Oh my god, I'm concentrating on the text so much I'm not paying attention to the sprites. The sprites are so good.
This tea set is very dear to my heart. It can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck.
Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks!
Alright, let's, does every show in Japan get a stage show? There are a lot of them. There are certainly a lot of them. I know there's at least a couple of Ace Attorney stage shows. One of them actually does focus on investigations, and I actually want to like sit down and watch it, like the sub version that's floating around on YouTube.
Your files are all over the floor, sir. I probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
Alright, finally, signs of a struggle. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer.
I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you was away. I mean, dishes running all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I love that he stomps his foot like a small child.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place till it sparkled.
Does he have a life?
He's trying to be nice! Edgeworth, come on! Stop being so mean to the boy! He's gonna be like this the entire game, though, isn't he? So I guess I better get used to it now.
They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Alright, well... Oh, wow, okay. Okay, so we got a reticule. This was a 3DS game. I am not going to comment on the location of the blood, but it is rather suspicious that it would be there.
Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep. And until the autopsy's done, I don't think we're gonna know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
All right, crime scene notes. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. Body was found at 2:05 a.m.
You're gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
All right, if you say so.
I guess he's writing everything down in a little notebook. Ah, yeah, there it is.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. But it isn't only for organizing evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it as well. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
All right, let's see. Yeah, more tutorial. More tutorial stuff. Oh, hang on.
What do we have here?
Oh, hey! I think I've seen one of these before.
It's a police badge, detective.
I should hope you've seen one of these before, Gumshoe.
Oh, hey! I got the exact same thing, actually! What a coinky-dink!
Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you.
Ah! According to his badge and his ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. Another dead detective! This was the same thing with Goodman in Rise of the Ashes. He was a detective as well.
I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Hang on. This is kind of suspicious.
I don't believe it! I packed them files on the shelf so tight! Not even an earthquake could make them fall over, but just look at them! At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all!
Quit saying the E word! You know he's sensitive about that!
A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf.
Okay, anything else that I'm missing? Okay. We've already checked that out. Got that. Got that. Nothing else on the body. Okay, think we're good. Now then. Think we've gotten everything that we need. So let's recap here. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? The victim was a detective. According to his badge, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. Found at the crime scene is the same model used by precinct detectives. Well, I think the two most pertinent things is the fact that the guy was a detective and that his revolver and his badge kind of prove it. So I think these are the pertinent pieces here. He was a detective and he brought the gun to the office. We haven't gotten it wrong yet. Relax.
The revolver. The standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see, what do we got here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! This guy's wearing a gun holster!
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him.
Okay, so there you go. It is in fact his gun.
Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
As I always say, you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. Ain't no such thing as a bad angle.
Use Q. Okay, Q and E to zoom in. All right. Oh, okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to be full 3D models, but that's fine. All right. Let's take a look here. Anything suspicious? Ah! One bullet missing. Isn't it supposed to be 6 cylinders?
It looks like only one round was fired from this.
Whoa, so the killer killed the victim with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to
What? Who?
Oh, God!
Oh, hey! It's the gold medal murderer! Alright, so what sort of voice should we give this guy? What are you guys feeling? What are we feeling for this gold medal guy with the foppish hair? I don't know who this dude. We don't know a name yet or anything. Thank you for the love! Thank you very much for the love! Much appreciated! Alright, let's just let's just go a pompous type voice. Okay. I can do pompous. It's the guy who is totally not a killer. A dumb jock. Pompous dumb jock. I can do pompous. I can do a pompous dumb jock. Alright, give me a second. Because he does seem like a jock sort of character. Pompous jock. A douchey surfer dude? That would also be a good voice. Yeah, you know what? We'll do surfer. We'll do surfers. Do Junko's queen voice, but for men. You know what? Actually, that kind of that might work. That might work. Okay, let's I think I got something. I think I got something here.
Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
Are you all right?
Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be!
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him! Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night! Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal.
Oh, where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor?
Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. I'm just far superior to you.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
So, you're Miles Edgeworth. Oh, I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct.
Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey! Don't go jumping around to conclusions, pal! Just calm down, alright? I will not! I know how things work around here! High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door!
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah! Mr. Edgeworth's been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal! Then the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So, the only one who could get in here was me! Wait a minute. That means... I ain't sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal! You got it all wrong! Everyone calm down!
Mr. Portsman, correct. If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? All right. I get the point. You're right. My mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
Get that thing away from me!
Hey, what's up, NSM? Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for the hydrate. I will do so. He's a legend among the fangirls. Yeah, he is. You got that right. I think Miles already suspects him. Yep. the minute he met him, he's like, right, you're the one. I just gotta find the evidence to pin it on him. Either that or Miles is extremely annoyed. I mean, he seems annoyed by it is hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Either he immediately suspects you or he's just being annoyed at your nonsense. Also, the continuous twitching of Jacques Sportsman is really funny.
A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim.
Are you there? Sir?
What?
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim.
Look at Miles, he's like, can you please get out of my office? This is... Why is my office the scene for this drama? Please leave. All of you leave! It is 3 in the morning. I don't need to be here. I need to be asleep.
I should probably give them some space.
All right, so how do we leave? Also, can we switch to... No, it doesn't look like we can switch to, Doesn't look like we can switch to controller for whatever reason. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so now how do we exit the office? Alright, let's just take a look around at what we've got here. Proof of my profession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Oh, that's right! Miles! So that's what the prosecutor's badge looks like. I've actually haven't taken a good look at it before. It's nice. I dig it. It's cool. It's funny that he keeps it in his pocket, though. Alright, bullet and clean through. His profile. Alright. Chuck Sportsman, 29. A high prosecutor with this prosecutor's office. My first time speaking with him. So, why is he... I guess Jim is his actual name, and Buddy is just an... I don't know why he's calling him Jim. Oh, so now we can go over here and check out the jacket in the frame, right?
Your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster!
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him.
Starting to sound like who? Starting to sound like who? Who could you possibly be talking about? Who could you possibly be talking about, Edgeworth? Who also talks about contradictions? Does he wear a blue suit by any chance? And have stupid spiky black hair? It is your one and only true love? Is that who you're talking about? I do know one thing about the investigations games is that Miles makes continuous references to Phoenix Wright without actually using his name. So anytime he brings up him or that man or a certain defense attorney, take a shot! It's the new Gay Lawyer Sunday drinking game. Every time Edgeworth mentions that man, take a shot. Take a sip. You'll be annihilated by the time the game's over. Oh, these two are so gay for each other. I love them. Good for them. Good for them.
But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way.
Can we get Miles Edgeworth singing My Way by Frank Sinatra? Can we get that, please? That'd be really good. Not AI. Not a stupid AI-generated thing, mind you. Like an actual VA doing Miles' voice singing that. That's what I want. So let me make that very clear.
When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction.
I would imagine it's the bullet hole, right?
This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it.
And press T with conviction, he says.
And when I've found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
Okay, so I would imagine it's the revolver, right?
Eureka!
Did you just say Eureka? I love that. Instead of take that, it's Eureka. Beautiful. Beautiful.
This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary, my dear Gumshoe.
He is absolutely laying the Sherlock Holmes on real thick. Of course, I am too right now in this outfit, but that's beside the point.
2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame.
Oh, hey! That's right!
However, this gun was only fired once.
Hey! That's true too!
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for him tonight?
Okay, so we have not 1 but 2 guns in play.
Hey, by the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking up from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way,
Roger that! Talk about dusty!
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust once in a while.
I thought he was supposed to clean the office. Oh, that's why he didn't know about the safe. You need the Sherlock outfit when you finally get to Great Ace Attorney. Oh, I intend to keep this outfit for a bit. Every time I do every murder mystery game I play, I'm probably gonna bust this out. And maybe when I get enough money, I can pay somebody to actually draw me wearing it instead of just copy-pasting it on top of my actual outfit. Anyway!
I had no idea there was a safe here. Oh, I had to keep it clean for you, sir. So when'd you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So, what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
Oh, that's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
Alright, each prosecutor has a secret safe in their office and they only they know of them as trial evidence. So, is this what... I know that the anime was a different thing, but is this what Maya was trying to find, was Manfred's secret safe, where all that DL6 evidence was kept? Is that what this is all about? Interesting. I know that the anime and the game are two completely different things, but I think that's kind of cool. Alright, so... let's take a look at the code panel. It's actually full of photos of Phoenix. Yes, it is! Yes, it is! That's it. That's where it was. That's where he keeps all of his Phoenix photos that he took secretly. Oh no. You know, there is an official piece of artwork where I think it's like a Valentine's Day or something piece of artwork where for whatever reason everyone's making like a giant chocolate sculpture of Phoenix, and there is a reference. They're using a reference picture of him shirtless with a towel around his shoulders, and I don't know why Edgeworth would have that picture, but it's really funny that that's the reference picture they're going off of. Like, who got that photo of him, bro? Hello, Mario Man! Welcome! Thanks so much for tuning in! Miles Astrobot fan art win. Oh, I'm shocked at how fast those Astrobot costumes are coming out. I mean, we're already getting Miles Edgeworth in Among Us. Something I never thought I would say in the year of our Lord 2024. But I may go back to playing Among Us just to mess about in the Miles costume. Where I don't know yet. I don't know. It's probably going to be for the next community game night whenever I decide to have that. It'll probably be after the spooky streams, but just fair warning right now, I absolutely suck at Among Us. Whether I'm the imposter or not, I am terrible at the game, so don't expect any like top tier gameplay from me. Actually, no, don't expect any top tier gameplay from me. Period. Y'all should know this by now. When did they put a Miles skin in Among Us? They announced it this week. Like it's coming out tomorrow. The skin, it's gonna be a free little download for Among Us players. So you can get it completely for free. Thanks Among Us. Thanks for contributing to the Ace Attorney brain rot. Much appreciated.
Now this is odd.
Did you find something, sir?
This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Oh, yeah. There's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir?
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir.
I made a bot about. Awesome, thank you. I'll have to check it out after the stream.
I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. It looks like it was wiped down well.
Okay. So there's a secret safe, and the fingerprints have been wiped off. Somebody tried to get into the safe.
As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly play connect the dots with the information we have.
All right. Back to it. All right, so the killer's goal, wiped fingerprint. Oh, I got it. It's the killer's goal. The wiped fingerprints on the safe. The killer was after whatever was in the safe, right? I mean, that tracks for me. Yes! Yeah! Did it!
I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after.
Oh, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe.
Ba-boom!
I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can...
The way everything is worded is kind of weird.
Changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime.
Okay, so now we got a new, So what could have changed? The motive theft? It really wouldn't have made sense. I don't think it's quite this. Just because it was theft, there wouldn't be a need for him to bring another handgun if all he was doing was robbing the place. So I think it's gonna be theft and signs of a struggle. He got caught, and that's why the guy died.
There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be for when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelf files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Let's give that a try.
Oh, and he's still pontificating over here. I like how the logic is portrayed as puzzle pieces. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's a nice aesthetic. I appreciate it.
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
I just love it. This is my favorite.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
Oh, you've got it! Here, let me help. Let's see, this file goes here, that book goes there.
You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Well, 'cause I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal! Okay, done!
Yeah, the totally evil jock really is laying it on thick. Or maybe that's just my acting.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
Bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell on the floor, right? Blood on that floor is kind of grossing me out.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
Okay, well, if he was standing... Wait a minute, hold on. If he was standing up, why is the bullet hole all the way down here?
Oh, so this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh?
For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
Then I guess the victim was moved because it was in the killer's way.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem...
I put them all back, just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
Alright, what about up here?
The victim's handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot.
There's prints on the floor, too.
Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor.
Okay, so I think the biggest thing here is the position of this bullet hole. I think that's the big problem here.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
It went clean through the abdomen. If it went through the abdomen, how the hell was it all the way down here? Yeah, I think I got it. Eureka! Yeah!
There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
That means... wait, what does that mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that causes this problem with the bullet's hole position?
Position of the body, position of the handprints. The order of the files. Right? Because... Wait, is it?
I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Oh, hey! Actually, I think the labels are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah! You see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are they doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Ha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
You think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected. The bullet hole is now where it should logically be.
What? Hang on! Look here! That totally says Gumshoe, but a file is missing. I'm probably jumping ahead a little bit, but I thought it had some writing on it. You know, ever since Danganronpa, I'm kind of like clued into messages written in blood. You never know how important that stuff is. Oh, Danganronpa will always forever haunt me. Hey, what's up, Sub NPC? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Gay Lawyer Sunday, the return. Miles is treating his Watson terribly. I mean, Holmes treated Watson pretty bad in the BBC show, but Holmes wasn't nearly this abrasive or insulting in the books, although he was still quite blunt. Yeah, I'm upset with how rude Miles is to Gumshoe, but maybe things will turn around. Maybe things will turn around. We'll see.
As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first, before shooting Mr. Faith.
And then put them files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would somebody kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
So just to catch you up, somebody was found dead in Miles's office. This guy has the worst luck of anybody ever, and we're trying to figure out what happened. Thanks for lurking, Legit. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the stream. Okay, now I wanna look at this. This is what caught my eye.
This?
What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood?
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes. Indicative of criminal activity, indeed.
Hey, no, wait! There's gotta be some mistake! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me! Say something, sir!
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
That's the takeaway, huh? That's the takeaway? One of your files is missing? Not that your associate's name is written in blood? That's your file is like, oh, somebody stole my file. Again, Edgeworth, baby, we've really got to talk about your priorities, sir. You've really got to talk about your priorities.
Is that all, sir? What about me in my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after?
Investigation complete!
It looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back that up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You've got it! I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Red White did the same thing with Mia's blood. Yep. We're rehashing old cases here.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Explain it to me too. Please, teach us, Professor Edgeworth, sir. Might as well. Even the dialogue prompts are dismissive. This man. All right. I am gonna save my game real fast. There we go.
All right. First, I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in that testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with E and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use T, but that's old news.
But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right?
Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness with Q.
Ah, okay. So it is like the cross-examinations.
Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony.
Oh, I think I get it, sir. And I'll be sure and try this technique out during investigations, too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now, watch carefully.
Oh, and here comes the Ace Attorney. Here comes the Ace Attorney gameplay. Here comes the Ace Attorney gameplay. Don't be like my friend Sen. His game crashed and he would have lost 2 hours of progress. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. Always save your games, kids. That actually happened to a much more serious version happened to Risa, one of my VTubing friends. Her hard drive completely crapped out on her, and she lost not only her model, but like years worth of work and commissions and everything. It was terrible. So don't just save. Always have backups. Always have backups, kids. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. All right. What's your logic, you weirdo?
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe was the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
All right. We're short one gun. Yeah? We are. Let's see here. Detective Gumshoe, you stole the gun and shot him dead. Okay. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. That's the problem. One of the files that was written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Yeah. Yeah, no, that doesn't track. That doesn't track. So I wonder if now are we gonna get the classic?
Objection!
Yeah, there it is! There it is! My boy! We are back! We are so back, baby! It is so good to hear that again.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Oh, bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem. I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
Oh, was that? Oh, so I guess we do get lines for the other guys too.
It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Yeah! I mean, the S is gone, and there's only half of an H!
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files.
Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood!
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal, intent on tampering with the crime scene.
Oh, that's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir, you see! I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time!
Well, Mr. Portsman?
Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold!
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
I'm glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Oh, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is it this time? You still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
Well, that'd be me! But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal! Oh, come on! You don't get to be that slick! You don't get to be that slick with the animation! Come on! You don't get to be so slick with that putting on of the coat!
That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say?
He's faux slick. It's not true drip. Yeah, it's not true drip. He wouldn't be flapping his freaking jacket around like he's trying to take flight.
Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with the key to this office? One other person? Hey, you there?
Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? This girl is a member of the building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No! Stop it, pal! Don't!
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
Who is it? Who is that?
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss...
Oh, it's Maggie! Maggie's back! Uh-oh, wait, Maggie's back. This is not good. This is not good. She's gonna get herself caught up in another murder! Maggie, no! But also, welcome back! But no! But also, she's here with Gumshoe! But no! Their relationship... The relationship isn't canon! The only, like, straight relationship I support in this game is Maggie Gumshoe. So, I'm both really excited and really upset that she's here.
I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Oh, no! Oh, she looks really cute in her casual clothes, though. She looks really cute in casual wear. Detective Gumshoe, sir?
Maggie! Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room!
That's right! I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal! It was me! That's right! I did it!
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal! So, yeah, it was me! If it was, you'd have no problem with that, right?
Gumshoe, I know you love this woman, but don't throw yourself on your spear, sir.
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason.
No! Why are you suspecting Maggie? You leave her alone! She's been through enough!
It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key?
The master key can open every door. Can use my security. Okay, got it.
Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him.
No! We'll get Maggie off this too! It's fine! You know they're in love. Why would you... Hang on. What is it? You know they're in love, right? Why would you write his name? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's clearly obvious to anybody except the two of them that they're completely in love with one another. It's so good. It's so good. All right, reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird's... Is it?
Hold it!
There we go.
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night. And tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, it's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir!
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes. Moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal!
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out?
Yes, ask for more details.
Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it would be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir!
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal! Trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is!
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. I'm glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office!
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsmouth says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent? From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery.
You say that. But Maggie isn't a prosecutor. How would she know about the secret safe? It's been a while. Objection!
Objection!
Oh, that feels so good to say again! Oh, it feels good to say again! I love it!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe.
Yo, I love this music, actually. Hang on. Yeah, no, this is a bop. This is a bop right here. Hang on. Hang on. This is good. This is good.
The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah! Even I didn't know about that safe, pal! And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either!
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault! What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Hello, Trissa Uchiha! Thank you very much for the follow! Thank you so much for supporting the channel! And yes, I haven't brought that up, but his name isn't Jim, it's Buddy. Why do you keep calling him Jim? Wait a minute. Jocks Portsman, and his partner is Jim. God. Oh, Ace Attorney localization team, I love you. I hate you and I love you at the same time. Just call me Trisha. You got it. Glad you could join us. Welcome back, I should say, to Gay Lawyer Sunday, where we're doing Ace Attorney. I fell super hard for this game, and I am extremely excited to be playing as Miles Edgeworth. I hope you enjoy it too. I take it you're an Ace Attorney. Yeah, you are. I actually just finished up the trilogy not too long ago, and when the collection got announced, I immediately jumped on it because I fell hard for Miles Edgeworth. I know he's taken by Phoenix. But I can still simp. Anyway, glad to have another Ace Attorney fan along for the ride. Hope you enjoy it.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird.
Excuse me? We seriously need Layton versus Phoenix. Yes! I mean, we got investigations. The Phoenix Wright Professor Layton crossover has to get a remaster now, right? That's the only piece that we're missing. That's the only piece in the franchise that we're missing. I promise you, when they announce that, I'm gonna lose my mind because I am very much excited. I very much want to check that out. And thank you very much for the ring, Tyrant. I appreciate it. Thank you. We also need to remaster the Layton game. I've not touched the Layton games, any of them, actually. So that might be another fun one to check out now that I have a expanded game library. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? Are you still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. Oh, I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No! I couldn't! I could never do something like that! Not even as a security guard, sir!
And plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have had a key to this office!
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. pretty impossible for a supposed stolen key to be here with us. Unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him! Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
It's our office! It's not even your office! Get out of here with that!
You can't kick us out! This is Miss Edgeworth's office!
Thank you, Gumshoe.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run the show.
Hey, listen, pal! How many times do I have to tell you? Maggie can't be the culprit! Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But, sir... We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear?
To be continued! Right now, as a matter of fact, because we're going to keep going. I am going to save my game, though, real fast. All right. Yeah, no, I am very much not a fan of this Portsmouth loser. We're gonna get his ass. Let's get him. March 14th, 4:18 a.m. Wow, it has been a long-ass night. It has been a long night. These poor people. March 14th, 4:18 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. There's just a basketball here now. I'm sure that's going to be very important later on.
What's with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. That was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So then, what now?
It looks like my life has fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Huh? Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Begin investigation! That's right, because the door was unlocked when we got here. So how did that happen? Well, first off, let's talk to Maggie.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
Oh, I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream! A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth! You see? I ain't the only Miles simp around here.
I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key.
Oh my god, I love her little starry-eyed character portrait. I love that character portrait. That's so good! Ugh, I love that they... I don't know if this was in the original game or not, but I love it. It's so cute.
I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with tea. Alright, first, let's talk about the victim. Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
Oh, that sounds like fun! Just once I'd love to play with him.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I'd fit him all that well with him.
Okay. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you're an acquaintance of the detective?
Well, she was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought, until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Oh, don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
No! Maggie, we love you!
Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now, I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth! You can count on me! I'll do all I can to help!
Yeah, I love her! This is what I mean by a lot of Ace Attorney characters come back for this one, I think. If I recall correctly. Let's present the master key to her. See if this will jog her memory. So, when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was about, 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times it was not just gone, but stolen, sir!
Okay, so the key was missing between 1 and 2:30. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
Oh, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key? Why did you need to use the master key, ma'am? What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key.
Ah! She got the hat on! She got the hat! I love that little salute!
I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
What is it?
That's right! I just remembered! The prosecutor who forgot his key! It was Mr. Portsman, sir!
What? Please, tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly!
Now we got him!
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! It's to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsmouth to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
Also, Maggie looks really good in her security guard uniform. Her casual wear is cute too, but the security guard outfit works for her too.
And then, what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
Alright. So now... hang on. What's this? You're gonna be saying that a lot, aren't you? You're gonna be saying that a lot, aren't you, Edgeworth?
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know?
You would sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway?
And whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally.
Yeah, I would love to see Edgeworth just napping on the sofa, and nobody in the prosecutor's office is gonna question it because they're too scared of him. No one's gonna question it. All right, let's get to the actual suspicious thing.
It's...
Hey! It's that missing Zero Series file, sir!
No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
So, wait, Von Karma? Was Von Karma the former high... No, it was Lana! Lana was the former high prosecutor, wasn't she? Wasn't that her title in Rise to the Ashes? So, is this one of Lana's old cases? I don't know. I'm speculating here. It would be cool if Lana came back. If Lana and Emma came back, that'd be cool. It'd be nice to see them again as just something other than DLC characters.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted this file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago were missing.
I wonder why anybody would care about such an old case.
Interesting. Alright. Let's go with... Oh, did I miss something? Did I miss something over here? Got that.
I bet the thief's not over here.
And I guess there ain't enough space for anybody to hide under here anyway. I mean, if somebody could contort themselves to fit, I would be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody has already tried it at least once before.
How canon are the DLC cases? Good question. As far as I know, in the original trilogy, Rise from the Ashes was the only DLC case, but I know that the Apollo Justice trilogy has some DLC cases Specifically, Dual Destiny and Spirit of Justice had some DLC that I believe is included in the Apollo Justice collection. But again, I don't know how those play into the story as a whole. Okay, so it looks like that's everything. What else can we examine? I'm curious about this basketball. Why it's just here now.
What is a basketball doing here? Oh, that's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
Okay, how would you not notice that dude has a basketball goal set up right next to your office? Like, this man cannot sink all the free throws, right? What did I just say? Free throws? Free throws. He can't sink every shot, right? It's gotta bounce off the walls. Wouldn't you get at least the least bit curious? Either that or the doors for the prosecutor's office are hella soundproof.
Oh, hey! We recognize him! I'm not gonna talk to him quite yet, though.
Let's see. So 1203. Yeah, he's our next door neighbor. How do we not know? How do we not hear all this sports equipment going on?
Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office?
Yeah, you can't miss it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure. But I bet it's because of something like his birthday's December 2nd?
Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Ugh, why am I even wasting time thinking about this?
Did Portsman commit murder just to get into Edgeworth's office? It's looking that way. It's looking that way. I mean, I would agree with you that it's a pretty pathetic motive for killing, but I've seen murder mysteries where people have killed for far less.
The door is locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Oh, so I guess only a great cat burglar can get in. That must be who our culprit is!
Might I advise you to return to that conclusion?
Wait, hey, I'm reading it wrong.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
Let's see.
That's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost?
Okay, so let's... Okay, so that's all ready. What about my door? Can we examine my door?
"1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office."
Oh! Hey! These number plates slide right out, sir!
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. White, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
Okay. Anything else around here? Alright, let's talk to him before we get to Winston Payne.
Is everything alright?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds.
Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway in this room.
Everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice, stay focused, or you might start to lose even more weight.
Fantastic. Alright. Hello, Winston. Good to see you. Oh, look! They don't even have his name! He's just prosecutor! Like, they can't even bother to remember his name! No respect for Winston Payne. I mean, clearly, but...
It looks like you're in.
Objection!
Thank you for the objection.
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again?
Oh, beautiful! Beautiful! I love it! I love it! It's so good! It's so good! Oh my god! Okay, is there That's the janitor. Alright, let's see. Can we logic something together?
Oh my
No,
god!
doesn't look like it. Okay, no. Alright, so we didn't actually check out the door itself. You gotta really be persnickety about these things.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
Kinda majestic, too. Fits in really well with the ambiance in the prosecutor's office. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified, just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Yeah, well, he seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
It's not. Oh no! It's not enough that he can't even be bothered to remember the name. He thinks the guy's a janitor. Oh lordy, 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 lordy. Okay. Well, I feel as though I've investigated everything. Did I miss something with Maggie? Okay. I guess he really was the janitor. You were right. Okay, I guess I did actually check the doors, didn't I?
It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door.
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself.
Well, I mean, he is a doormat, so it kind of makes sense.
Being a detective has its own rewards, and a certain virtuous valor, I think. If you live up to your full potential, That is a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Right.
That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Okay, anything else that I'm missing? Anything? No. I really have checked out everything, haven't I? We checked out the couch. We checked out both the doors. Checked out the basketball. Basketball hoop? Oh, wait. Did I miss something in the hoop?
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, didn't this used to be just outside the next... Blah. Didn't this used to be just outside next to this building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard it wouldn't fit inside the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it up himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor?
Fantastic. Okay, whoops. I didn't mean to... I do like his shocked face, though. Talk to him, talk to him. Okay, so I'm clearly missing something. I'm missing something here. Hold on a second. Rotate history, auto, cancel, run,
Yes, sir?
Okay, yeah, let's see if we can get a hint from Gumshoe here. What's Pain doing here, and what is that girl doing? First off, hello, Gundam! Good to see you. Maggie Bird is now a security officer with the High Prosecutor's Office. For some reason. And yeah, she became a security guard. And Pain's here because it's the prosecutor's office, and he's just kind of here now.
Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share?
Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, all my cops is named Jim too. I bet one of them's a big fan of that show.
You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too.
Of course! The tight-bonded friendship between prosecutor and detective's great, sir! But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we've got!
Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity.
Ouch! That's the harshest burn yet! How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through, too! For listening to Gumshoe talk in the hallway. Oh my god. How many... yeah, it's super rude. Friendship's a magical thing!
Alright, let's see here. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything. I know that there's an achievement. A second... yeah, a second murder was just committed! Okay, well, it definitely seems like we've investigated everything. But I can't put anything together, logic-wise. Have we gotten any more evidence out here? Or have we've just talked to people out here? Oh, maybe I do need to use logic. Hang on. There was something about the master key, right? key was used to unlock Portsmouth's office at 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. It went missing from 1 a.m. to 2:30. Yeah, hang on. The timeline doesn't line up, right? Well, let's give it a try. Okay, there we go. Yeah, something about the timelines didn't match up.
Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
No way, pal! I mean, sir!
You said that you locked up Mr. Portsmouth's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Oh, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth! You saw that contradiction like a pro!
It actually took me a little bit longer than I would have liked, but that's okay.
I had totally forgotten all about that! But thanks to you, I remember it now! You're right! It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing!
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir! I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did relock the door then?
Well, you thought maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
Hey, thank you very much, Hot Fridge, for the gift sub, and congrats to Gundam for the gift sub. Please enjoy it. Thank you very much, Fridge. Very much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel.
Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
There we go, Mr. Portsmouth's office. So now maybe I can investigate it again. Okay, so... Alright, I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. So... the door was unlocked the whole time, so why would he need the key? What is this? Character movement and control in an Ace Attorney game? It's more likely than you think! Yes! This is Ace Attorney Investigations. We're playing as Miles Edgeworth, the greatest prosecutor in the whole world.
Eureka!
I love that it's Eureka. It's so good.
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? Hey, you know, you're right! Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir! And I don't think Mr. Portsmouth noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means, what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
Oh, it's because the number... Oh my god, it is Danganronpa! It is just case 1 all over again! They switched the door plates! They switched the door plates! That's what they did! Oh my god! This is just case 1 all over again! This is just Danganronpa case 1 all over again! It even has the ultimate athlete as the killer! It's even got the ultimate athlete as the killer! It's 1 for 1! It is 1 for 1! I can't believe it! When did this game come out? When did this come out? Who ripped off who? Who ripped off who? This is a very important question. This is a very important question that I need answered. That is crazy. That is crazy, the similarities between this. Oh my god. There is a fan game of Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. Oh, I bet there is. I bet there is. I might just be playing Danganronpa. Danganronpa came after Ace Attorney investigation. So they stole it! They stole it from him! No, I know. You know how I know I'm not actually playing Danganronpa? It's because the blood is red. If the blood was highlighter magenta, then I would be having questions. But no, we are in fact playing Ace Attorney. But oh my god, the similarities between this and Case 1 and Danganronpa is crazy. I can't believe that. That is nuts. Also, RIP my desk. I hit it so hard that I might have left a mark.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these.
The prints on the doorknob. Right? Or I meant the number plate. But okay, that's fine.
The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So what'd you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective.
Sir, I found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Face prints on this doorknob.
So, only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Now then, whose prints should also be on this doorknob?
It would be Maggie's, right? Because she's the one who opened the door.
Take that!
There's that take that! There's that very faint British accent that we all know and love. There's that very, very faint British accent.
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean...
Yes. The door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here?
Ah, note. Note has been acquired.
What is this?
It looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir.
Edgeworth has the LaCroix amount of... No! No! Oh my god, no! I love that. I love that as a description. I love that as a description. He has the LaCroix amount of a British accent. Oh my god. Fridge, dude. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Oh god, LaCroix is so disgusting. I'm sorry if y'all like it out there, but I cannot stand this stuff. I tried. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like soap bubbles. While you're trying to think really, really hard about the flavor of a fruit. That's what LaCroix tastes like to me. I'm sorry. But LaCroix amount is an incredible descriptor. I am going to continue using that. I'm stealing that from you, Fridge. I hope you don't mind.
Let's see. Hey, there's something written on it.
It looks like a note from the victim.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. I guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy.
Yeah, it's for Mr. Portsman.
3 pieces of evidence, huh? I wonder what it means. Okay. Oh, can we examine the basketball hoop again? Oh, wait, no, look! It was moved. Just very slightly moved.
What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey! How about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Oh, hey! You're right, sir. I guess it shifted when somebody made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I had better take note of this.
So it's been moved. Examine the basketball, have Edgeworth slam dunk. No! Yeah! Come on and slam! Welcome to the jam! It would be hilarious if he made a seriously sweet dunk.
Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth!
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too! I suspected it was him from years and he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir!
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it is time to knock on truth's door.
Get him! Let's get him! March 14th, 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. As long as my logic is sound and he does a slam dunk afterwards. Yes! Let's get him. Let's get his ass. Get this smug son of a gun.
Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir.
All right.
Let me take a gander at it. Pass it here.
Oh, and they actually did pass it.
Okay, looking good. Are you there? Take good care of this. Whoa!
Don't throw evidence around! Don't throw it around! That's not how you handle evidence! It's not a football, for God's sake!
Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman! We got you now!
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of a joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through that unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right?
Oh, don't you bring up that name! Don't you bring up that name in front of me! Don't you bring that name up in front of me!
The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself.
Sir, please. Please don't say anything that could be very misconstrued in a fanfic. Please.
Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you have yet to prove anything.
All right, here we go. Let's ace attorney this jerk.
Oh, listen to this music! Yo, why does this music hit so much harder than the original trilogy's music? I mean, the original trilogy had some great-ass songs, let's be real here, but this hits! This slaps real good. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you are stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on, with evidence.
Alright, let's get him. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have. There's a mountain of evidence pointing away from me being the culprit. How do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here?
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I cannot gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection?
Absolutely raise an objection!
You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? All right, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well, then. I propose that you use this to open my door.
Gotta be the master key.
Take that!
I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
How dare you use Maggie as an accessory for murder?
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah. I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
You see, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example?
That's right! They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was his room?
That's why the basketball goal was moved! Get him!
Huh? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. because there was a basketball hoop sitting there, I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's!
There are signs that the hoop had been moved. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears.
My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know! I just washed it yesterday!
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here.
All right, let's get him. You're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door, and after that, I was in my office. Oh, were you? Oh, were you? Oh, were you? You were out of your office, sir. You were out of your office, buddy. No. I'm not buying that. Objection!
Objection!
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
That was a lie. What are you talking about? How was that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you? And what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you? Shall I tell you what I know? You were busy snooping around in my room. The very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense! You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me! Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way! This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you.
Her prints weren't on the doorknob, so how is it your door?
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What for? Come on! I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way.
Hello, Lisa Dragon, welcome! Thank you very much for tuning in!
Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all of the prints on my office doorknob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to... Yeah! And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office! Yeah, for real run away. And thank you for the air horns, all the NPC. Let's go! Here comes the breakdown. That just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What?
Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up! You're the murderer! Stop trying to be so slippery and just admit to the crime already!
And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down as well.
Huh?
I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Or you say you failed to notice a note in your doorway. Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse.
Now that's just a flat-out lie! There's no way you didn't notice a note that size!
Why aren't we taking him in for questioning? Because Miles has got this! Miles has got this, everybody! Calm down! Let the man cook! Let the man cook! He knows what he's doing!
But you can't prove that, can you?
You're too slow!
Thank you for that.
Oh, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth! Back me up here, sir!
Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking.
Bullshit, sir!
I guess it would have been better for all of us if I told you sooner.
All right, let's hear this alibi. This alibi that I'm sure is full of horse hockey.
If memory serves, you came back to this office around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe? Sir, yes, sir! I'll go check out his alibi, sir! I'll be right back! Mr. Edgeworth, sir? I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said! The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m.!
You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
We're just gonna press on everything. We're just gonna press on everything.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Unfortunately, culprit.
Hold it!
It is as you say. However... Yes, however, you were the only one who claims to have bumped into the client.
Is he trying to prosecute the prosecutor? Is he trying to prosecute the chief prosecutor? No. We don't play this game. I guess we kind of are, but you know what I'm saying.
So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me you saw? It was pitch black. I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Exactly that time I was down in criminal affairs.
Hold it!
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Sure the other detectives will corroborate my story.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi! That's the ace I had up my sleeve! Ugh. Impossible! He actually does have the perfect alibi! What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there? Sir! Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Everybody just settle down for a second!
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. I only had a clue. Did I miss something that could help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time. And with logic.
Okay, files in disarray. Mr. Portsman's alibi. Another handgun. Hold on a second. The intruder I met could not have been Portsman. That's why there was another gun! It's the gun in the alibi! That's gotta be it!
There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office that night.
There was an accomplice! That's why the files were in disarray, because somebody messed them up and then another person came along and messed them up. That's what it is.
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were appended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one pointed at my back...
Objection!
Oh, yeah! There we go!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Oh, great! So you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Ratchworth!
Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files was put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why'd Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. And then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Beautiful. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that, because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
Yeah, you're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another? A visitor, sir?
Yes, And this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen zero file, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shell's getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing them things at 2 different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met with was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid! Your scenario explains everything!
Of course it does! It's Mr. Edgeworth after all!
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir!
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir!
I don't believe this! Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. This is getting good. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They may still be nearby.
I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs.
Now, how did you know that Jim was delivering evidence to you, sir? You didn't see that note.
So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course! And now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
All right, let's get him. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was in my room. When Jim came to deliver some evidence, I was down at Criminal Affairs. Hang on a minute.
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and he was gonna take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip cracks.
2 items, a gun and a pendant. Wait a minute. It was 3 pieces of evidence, not 2! It was 3! So what happened to the 3rd piece of evidence, you scuzzball? Objection!
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully.
It says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces!
Yes. And this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe it! To get tripped up by simple arithmetic! Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe! You don't gotta say it, sir! I'll pat the guy down from head to toe! Don't you come any closer! I'm warning you! This is all part of the investigation, pal! So don't even think about stopping me! Hey! What's this? He had this on him, sir! Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. Why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Boom! I'd say that's pretty conclusive. Right there. That's blood, isn't it? Yes. And I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong! No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you received You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah! It's totally suspicious!
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this video on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that! Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible! Oh, that could not have tasted good. That could not have tasted good.
That man just ate a solid gold medal. I would say that's impossible, but earlier we saw a man eat a necklace made out of glass and metal, so at this point I'm just gonna assume that anybody in the Ace Attorney stomach has a in the Ace Attorney universe has a stomach of steel. March 14th, alright. Yeah, no, that swallow sound effect was also not great in my ears. Ugh. March 14th, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Mr. Portsman's been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on that tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they was also able to list a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Oh, thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside of the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please, accept my apologies.
Aw, that was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
Hey, you know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he used is forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some, really vague reasons.
That guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession!
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although, we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
Yeah, this is just between you and me, sir, but, there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh? Well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly leads credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
Then Mr. Portsman ain't the bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Yes?
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
It's card.
What is it, sir? That a bird or something on there?
It's not just any bird. It is the mark of a raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about.
Yes. It is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood.
Oh my god! Is this actually... Oh my god, y'all! Is this actually a Persona 5 crossover? Is this the Ace Attorney Persona 5 crossover I've been asking for? Is this it? Is this it?
you're gonna bring Phantom Thieves into this. I mean, we already had Mask the Mask, but yo! Let's go! Ace Attorney P5! Crossover is real! Let's go! Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I am so down for this. I am so down for this. This is absolutely gonna be a Lupin the Third situation, isn't it?
Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, excuse me.
I'm so into it. I'm like, I can't even talk straight.
Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing.
Okay, so there's no. Okay, hang on. There's no calling card, so it's not actually Phantom Thieves. Boo! That's fun. It's still fun.
Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card.
But wait, wouldn't this count as a calling card? Wouldn't this count as a calling card? Doesn't this count? Edgeworth, you're being contradictory!
Although, it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look! Something's written on the back! What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files!
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
But we will get into those next time. That is the end of Turnabout Visitor, Episode 1 complete. Oh my god, y'all. I am so excited for this. As hard as it is to step away, we are going to go ahead and call it here for now. For the time being, we're going to step back. We will be back to Gay Lawyer Sunday next Sunday at our usual time of 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure and tune in for that. The next stream is going to be tomorrow night, Monday at 7 p.m., where we continue with Paper Mario. We've also got Elden Ring on Thursday as well. So if any of those are of interest to y'all can stop in and check them out. And you can always follow me on my socials. You can find me on Twitter at super_geek_girl. Same on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube at Super Geek Girl Plays. If you missed any of today's VOD and you want to catch it from the beginning, it'll be posted up either tomorrow or Tuesday when I get whichever one comes first. And I also have a Discord server. If you are not yet a member of the Discord server, we just had a watch party for the Ace Attorney anime. And I've got another one coming up for for some murder mysteries. Also, we just talk about silly stuff on this Discord server. So if you're not a member of the Discord server, follow that link right there and join. So that's gonna do it for today. I am very excited, y'all. We are so back. We are so back. And I cannot be happier. I'm so glad to be playing Ace Attorney again. And I hope you guys will continue to stick around. So, for now, this is SGG signing off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, guys, stay super. And I will see y'all on Monday.
Bye!